Making a living in the stock market is completely possible, but there's a couple important things you need to know before you get started with trading. And in this video, I'm going to take you through a couple of the most important things that are absolute musts before you place a single trade. First things first, all stocks actually have an intrinsic value calculated through the capital asset pricing model. A large part of the trading community believes that these prices are manipulated or generated by large trading institutions. This is not the case. The reason a share price is trading at $50 as opposed to $250 or as opposed to $52 even is because of a formula known as the capital asset pricing model. And this model factors in growth. And growth is the big debate in finance, nothing else. If a company isn't projected to grow and it's not projected to give you dividends, it doesn't really have much value for an investor. So share prices are changing as a constant adaptation to people's perception of what a company will grow as. And there are three main models to calculate that growth, and one of them is by far more important than the others. The first one is the comparable company analysis, which is where you benchmark a company's value against other companies that are really similar. So Apple versus Microsoft and Google, for example. The second one is very simple. It's the dividend discount model, which is where you take the projected future dividends for any given company and you discount them to the present value of a stock. And if there's a discrepancy, then there's a buying or selling opportunity. And the last one, which is by far the most complicated and by far the most important, is the discounted cash flow method, which is where people include their assumptions about every single detail of a company to find those cash flows and what they're going to change at in the near future and how that should change the growth rate that you are going to use into your capital asset pricing model. Way more complicated than funny triangle, make price go up or down. It's a whole profession. People devote 20 years of their lives just to getting about 1 or 2% above the S&P 500. That's why they pay them six figures. So in this really brief overview of a pretty complex space, you might already be able to see that if you think this is easy and if you think there's a simple way above it all, you're completely wrong. Stocks have an actual intrinsic value that is being widely disputed every single day with updated relevant news. Your chart patterns and anything you can draw on a free TradingView account do not impact how those share prices will change. Ignore anyone who tells you otherwise, and as always, stay sharp.